A Lamb with the Heart of a Lion, written by Noah Abel. Atop the marbled mountain, having crevices filled with moss and grasses, stood Lilia Lamb. She gazed over the valleys which were below her, surrounding the base of the mountain, some solemn and covered in fog, others, full of life and glee, filled with the joy that radiates from the sun's beauty. She has just completed the first part of her harrowing journey, and is taking a moment to observe the vast beauties of the valleys below, which she will soon enter. "I wish I could stay here forever," mumbled the gentle voice of Lilia, but knowing she had a friend in need, she started her long descent down the mountain, into the foggiest and most dejected of valleys, Pavor's Pass. Her descent was arduous and tedious, taking almost a week to complete, but finally she made it to Pavor's Pass. She hiked through the valley, which seemed to be uninhabited. Feeling so alone frightened her, not knowing what she would find in this valley. She was also cold. Fog seemed to chill her to her bones and freeze her lungs. Yet this did not stop her. Her determination was seemingly immortal, and her loyalty undying. As she traversed the valley, she found the house of an apparently wealthy person, being as it was large and well tended to. Lilia was bewildered by this. She wondered why any person, especially someone of wealth, would live in such a desolate valley. It was a very old house, built with stones, smooth but irregular, and having a roof of clay and a few glass windows perfectly clean. Ivy grew up the house, and there was even an abandoned nest of some bird that was found sticking out of the ivy. She decided to go to the house, to see if she could find lodging in return for a little money she had left. She was weary, cold, and wanted more than any other desire of hers to sleep in the bed. As she came closer to the house, she could hear shouts of glee and excitement coming from it. Timidly, she walked up to the door. Now the noise coming from the house was very loud, and could be fully heard. 3 successive taps on the door brought someone to open it for her. A plump, jolly-looking old man, with a kindly, wrinkled face, answered the door. "Hello, are you here for the party?" said the old man. Lilia weakly responded, "No." She then explained what she wanted. "My friend, all are welcome in my house. You shall drink and eat great food tonight, and at no cost. It is a gift. Come, I see you are tired. Join us for a little of the party, then you may rest." Lilia thankfully accepted the invitation to join, and entered the house. There were 2 buffet tables set up in the large ballroom, one for the herbivores and one for the carnivores. Of course, being a lamb, she piled her plate full of wheat and hay from the herbivore table. She was about to go to bed when a little cat stopped her. "Hey, what's your name?" said the nasal, almost annoying voice of the bubbly cat. He is filled with a curiosity which has rightfully been attributed to all of his species. "My name is Lilia," she said quietly. The cat flicked his tail. His curiosity was not satisfied yet. "My name's Christopher Cat, but just call me Chris. What are you doing here? I haven't seen you before." Lilia was normally very wary of strangers, but feeling like this little cat could be of no threat, decided to tell him about her journey. Christopher then asked if he could go with her. When Lilia asked why, he simply said, "It sounds fun, and I'm bored of living in this valley." Lilia, wanting someone to travel with, was more than happy to let him join her. The next day they departed, heading to her final destination. Christopher wondered who this friend was, why Lilia would be willing to go through such hardships to save him. He started to wonder if this journey would put him in danger, but his curiosity got the better of him, so he continued on with her. Many miles they traveled, finding protection in caves, under rocks, or any other natural shelter. Finally leaving Pavor's Pass, they entered the large city where her friend is being held prisoner by Harold Hawk, the wicked king of the valleys around the mountain. Lilia and Christopher consulted with many of the residents. After a few days of inquiring, the 2 rescuers learned the surprising place of Milton Mouse's imprisonment, which was inside the ledge of one of the many castle windows. They crept up to the castle, avoiding the vulture guards. After much searching, Christopher found a small hole in the wall of the castle, just big enough for Lilia and him to fit through. Once inside, they climbed up to the window where poor Milton was caged. Christopher asked Milton why he was caged. Milton replied in his squeaky voice, "I came to the city to visit my family. I was walking down the road. I passed the king and his party. I was not paying attention, and I accidentally bumped into the king." This enraged him. He considered it a disrespect. "He caged me here and was planning to eat me. As you know, mice are very tasty to hawks. The only reason I'm not food yet is because he thought I was too skinny. He was fattening me up. It is a good thing you arrived today. We don't have much time before he's ready for dinner." Milton looked indignantly and continued, "He thinks I'm fat now. Oh, never mind that. The key is in this cellar being guarded by 2 vultures, and we need to hurry or I'm going to be minced mouse pie." Lilia was about to go retrieve the key, but Christopher volunteered to do it. Lilia argued about this for several minutes, but reluctantly consented. "Besides," Christopher said, "I am much smaller and sneakier than you." After several minutes, Christopher came back with the key in his mouth and brought it up to the cage. They were about to escape the castle when a voice interrupted them. A mother's voice could be heard coming from a small cottage. "Anna, Elise, it's time to get ready for bed," the two little girls chorused. "Mama, not yet. Can we have a few more minutes?" The mother lovingly replied, "No, dears, you have school in the morning." The girls reluctantly came in. After they had finished getting ready for bed, their mother tucked the two little mistresses in with their favorite toys, Milton, Lilia, and Christopher. The two little girls soon dozed off into a world where their imaginations ran wild, free from the restraints of reality. At their feet lay their toys, lifeless. Or at least it seemed. These fluff-filled companions were not lifeless, though. They were merely dormant, waiting for their mistress's imagination to awaken them again. If you enjoy these stories, you'll love this creative activity book, where you can write your own stories and so much more. All links can be found in the description below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It can help the author win a creative writing contest. Thanks for watching.